Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you once again for joining us for another episode of Neil the Deal, featuring Neil the Deal himself. We're going to be talking fight. We're going to be talking about a great boxer, Andrade. I'm going to leave him in your hands. Explain away. Why is he a great boxer?
Hey, good evening, Graham. Nice to see you again. There you go. That's a big smile. Yeah, it was. It's actually we're going to talk about Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius
Yeah.
Andrade, yeah, he made a little bit of a splash the other night at the Canelo press after the fight at the press. What do they call that, Graham? Like the where the press comes out and they talk after the fight. I guess, right? You know the
Yeah.
press. So he made a little bit of a doohickey over there, so that was pretty interesting. So we're going to talk about him a little bit here tonight, guys. So Demetrius Andrade, he has a pretty cool nickname. They call him Boo Boo. Boo Boo. That's a funny one. So he was born February 26, 1988, makes him 33 years old in Providence, Rhode Island, United States. He's fought in two divisions, the light middleweight division and the middleweight division. Thanks a lot for coming out, guys. Really appreciate you at the Talk and Fight live here. So hopefully you're going to Demetrius Andrade. He's currently ranked world's third best active middleweight by Ring Magazine and fourth best by BoxRec. So he's right up there, you know. But his name is kind of lost in the mix, in the shuffle, and you don't hear a lot about him. He is currently the WBO middleweight champion of the world. So he is a world champion as we speak. And like I said, doesn't seem to get the credit he deserves. He previously also held the WBA and WBO light middleweight titles in the past. So, you know, he's had a pretty good career to date. And like I say, I don't know why they're not giving him the credit that he deserves. He's got really good power. He's got power. He's got speed. He's got good technique, and he moves well around the ring. He's kind of like the whole package, guys. But he just, like I say, they don't give him any credit. Kind of like Rodney Dangerfield, I guess. No respect. You know what I mean? So, but you know, moving forward, let's hope he can get himself into a position to get that big fight that he's been looking for. So in his amateur career, he began boxing at 6 years old, and was competing as an amateur when he was in his teenage years as a welterweight. So let's go over some of his amateur stuff. 2005 and 2006, he won the U.S. Amateur Boxing Championships. As well, 2006, 2007, he won the National Golden Gloves tournament. So back-to-back there. Just give me a quick sec here. These birds are giving us a little bit of a... All right, how you doing, guys? So anyways, they might just keep going. I never know.
They must be hungry.
Yeah, something like that, eh? And in 2007, they won the silver medal at the Pan Am Games. He won in the Pan Am Games in Rio de Janeiro, and a gold medal at the World Amateur Boxing Championships, 2007. So he also represented the United States in 2008 at the Beijing Olympics, but he was upset in the quarterfinals, and he didn't actually medal in the Olympics. But you know, he was there, and I'm sure it was a highlight of his career, as the Olympics is for all these guys who actually get to make it to the Olympics.
Yep.
So his pro career has been pretty stellar. I really liked it. I watched a bunch of his fights. I think he's a great fighter. I don't know why everybody keeps giving him, you know, not giving him the title fights that he's looking for, but he's had 30 bouts, guys, in his career, and he's got 30 wins. He's undefeated. So if you're undefeated, right, how can you not be getting these big title fights? Like guys wanting to fight you for the title. I don't understand. I will just have to see going forward what's going to happen. I'm sure in the next year or two something will happen. But out of the 30 wins, he's got 18 knockouts. That gives him a knockout percentage of 60%, which is really good. So he definitely, like I say, he's got good punching power. He turned pro in 2008 and is presently promoted by Eddie Hearn at Matchroom Boxing.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got a good, you know, he's got good representation as far as his promoters are concerned. So I'm sure they're going to figure out something and get him into a really good position in the next little bit. So he went 19-0, which was interesting, before he even got a chance for a world title. And that was in November 2013, and he won the WBO light middleweight title. And then in October 2015, he won the WBO International Light Middleweight Tournament. And then March 7, 2017, he won the WBA light middleweight title. And then most recently, in October of 2018, he won the WBO middleweight title. So since 2018, he's fought some pretty good guys, Graham. They haven't been the very top of the tier, but he fought Liam Williams. He beat him. He fought Luke Keeler, is another really good fighter, and he beat him. And Artur Akavov, who is another really good Russian fighter, he beat him, and he successfully defended that middleweight title 4 times. So he's done pretty well, like I said, and moving forward, I'm just thinking that, there's something's got to give here with Andrade, because they're just not giving him anything concrete. Now, if you guys were watching, I don't know, Graham, that press conference after the Canelo fight with Canelo, he showed up at the press conference, and it's been kind of like pretty big news. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it already, and Canelo kind of blew him off. Like they kind of clashed heads, you know. Basically, Andrade was saying, you should fight me, and Canelo's basically told him, you're a boring fighter. I don't want to fight you. You're just looking for a payday. All this kind of stuff. But it was, they went back and forth, and Canelo got pretty heated, and things got pretty out of control, and they had to basically bring security in to remove Andrade and his father from the press conference, and Canelo just kind of laughed about it. But maybe that's Eddie. I think Eddie Hearn, does he represent Canelo too? I believe so. Does he not?
That's a good question.
I think he does. I'm not 100% sure, but if he does, maybe that was like, hey, so they're setting that up, because
that wouldn't surprise me.
Something of that sort, right? Because it definitely was kind of like big news, so to speak. Now, if he doesn't end up fighting Canelo, which I don't really think in the near future he will, some of the other guys that he might fight, which are at the top of the tier, as we were saying before, would be like Triple G, right, is one of them. Jermell Charlo again, right? Somebody like him, maybe Chris Eubanks Jr., who just fought and is coming up to fight later this year. So if he gets through him, then something like that, you know what I mean? Maybe that'll be a fight for Andrade, because I do believe Chris Eubanks Jr. is represented by Eddie Hearn, so that would probably be easy, for them to get together. Yeah. But I don't think Canelo's in Matchroom. I think Canelo is his own promoter. You know what I mean? He just promotes his own stuff. But who knows, right? Maybe we'll Google that. Canelo. Who is Canelo promoted by, or if anybody knows out there,
Oh yeah.
Who's
back in January, he signed a 2-fight deal with Matchroom.
Oh, there you go. So it is Eddie Hearn. So there you go. That might make sense why that went down. They're setting that up, maybe. You know what I mean? Getting a little ahead.
Yeah. I wonder who that next fight will be.
Who knows, man? We'll have to just wait and see. So
that's right.
Any of those fights I mentioned, guys, with Andrade, if you wanted to watch them, the Luke Keeler, the Liam Williams, the Akavov fight, they were all great. So check them out. Thanks for coming out tonight. We talked a little bit about Demetrius Andrade, and hopefully we'll see him out there soon with one of these bigger fights for him. Like something with a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of boom behind him, right? So thanks a lot, guys, for coming out. And thanks for the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, all that great stuff. Appreciate it. Graham, thanks as usual.
You're welcome. And I agree.
Yeah.
At 30-0, he deserves a shot.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy when you're 30-0 and you can't get a fight. And you're a world champion to boot. So I don't understand why they're ducking this guy or what the deal is. You know, I don't know why. Maybe they just I have no clue, really. So we'll just have to wait and see what they decide.
Yeah. Maybe he should offer Jake Paul a fight.
Yeah, one of those guys. Sure, why not? Why not? Or to Floyd Mayweather Jr. or something, you know, the winner of that one, right? Yeah, you know. Funny. Yeah, no, I know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. So take her easy, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. It's Friday, right, Graham? 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
You got it. Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming out. Appreciate it. Have yourself a safe night. Take care.
Thank you very much.